Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So
this is the podcast
yeah, this is the podcast.
that
We did it. We did
yeah,
it. Episode
finally.
one.
It's
Episode one. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Are we gonna
So,
edit this
it's kind
podcast?
of weird because huh?
Or are we gonna like put? Okay, you know what? No, we're. Whenever I upload it, I'm not gonna edit this podcast. But when I clap, put clapping sound effects. All right, that's the only edit I'm gonna do for this podcast.
Okay.
All right.
I was trying to like match it up, but like I have to like to stream, so I'm so delayed on like the actual clap.
Oh, here. I'll make your life easier. Fucking. I know, scuffed. This is hella scuffed. There you go. There you go. Look at Discord. There you go. Easy. I'm gonna just share my screen.
Yes.
You can
Okay.
just you can
Okay.
just
This is
look at my
how it was playing.
OBS.
All right. We're good.
But yeah. So yeah, this is the podcast, episode one.
Yeah. Episode one.
Today we'll be talking about some of the weekly shows that we've been watching. Let me think. Well, what else?
The main
Soul
event is
Eater.
Soul Eater.
The main event will be Soul Eater, specifically episodes 1 through 12, and any other topics that we find interesting that we want to discuss.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion calls herself a weeb. Wait.
What?
Megan Thee Stallion went on like a thing that like famous actors or musicians go on. It's like
Mhm.
GQ. They say 10 things that we can't live without. And
Mhm.
in it, she called herself a weeb. The weeb.
I don't know
Wait,
who that is, but
you don't know Megan Thee
whew,
Stallion?
no.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, okay. We'll just continue without that then. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Hold on. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. See who it is.
She's a rapper, a famous black female rapper that is in college. I think she finished. Actually, she might have finished. She started rapping. Let me see. Bacon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she likes she's actually
Oh,
like a Black
her.
Clover.
Okay.
Yeah, and she
Okay.
also cosplay Todoroki from
Yeah,
My
yeah.
Hero.
I immediately seen the Todoroki hair, and I was like, "Yep, I know who that is." Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a full on weeb. She's one of us. She is one of us. So
She is one of us.
yeah. So if you don't know, doing actual proper introductions. Um, I am ShadinZero. I am one. Do I hear echo of myself.
Uh, uh, better now?
Test. Yes, that's better.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but it
All
seems to
right.
be fine. I didn't touch
Anyway,
anything and it stopped.
so yeah, if you don't know, I am ShadinZero. I'm hearing the echo again, but I'm gonna continue talking anyway. Um, I occasionally stream. I make YouTube videos very rarely,
Wait, if the echo is
and
bad, we should give you a second.
yeah, yeah.
If it's
It
really bad,
it's not like really bad, but I can hear myself. Podcast, 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 podcast. Testing 1 2 3. Say something.
okay. I think I figured out what's the problem.
Okay, okay.
Um,
I heard it a bit. I can
it
hear it.
shouldn't come anymore. It's still coming.
I'm saying a full sentence right now to test to see if the echo is coming back. All right, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
I think I just had to lower you. I think you were probably too high for some reason to be getting
Okay.
picked up by the mic.
All right, that's fine. So, going back to the intro again.
Back to the intro. Yes.
Back to the intro. Um, I'm ShadinZero. I make Twitch content very rarely. I occasionally upload YouTube videos. I just uploaded a YouTube video. Go check it out. Um, And yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. That's me. I talk about anime titties and hentai all the time.
yeah.
So
And
yeah, now your turn. I
my
keep looking.
turn.
Yeah, your turn. I gotta look straight. I
I
gotta
keep
look
looking
fucking.
at chat. Yeah, like I'm Jafia. I don't stream very often. I'm a toxic piece of trash that plays shooters,
Stream more.
and I'm recently going into. I recently getting into like anime, and Shannon is one of the catalysts of that. Even though he's not gonna make me watch One Piece, but other than that, I'm still watching.
I'm not gonna make you watch One Piece. I'm not gonna lie. One Piece. I'm not gonna go on a full. I promise I would not go on a full One Piece rant. One Piece is dope, but I cannot justify other people into getting to watch it because it is a lot of fucking work.
I mean, I would watch it. It's just you're not gonna get me to. Not for this, at least.
No, I
Give me like 2 years, maybe,
2 years and then we can
and
start
then
our own.
another.
We can start a new podcast about you starting One Piece.
Okay, all right, that's the plan. That's it.
Um, but yeah, other than intros,
Gotta block
what
the
else?
name. We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored. Yeah. Hey, Wendy's, sponsor us.
It's not Wendy's.
I know, but I'm saying
Oh,
Wendy's,
okay.
sponsor
Oh,
us. I want free
yeah. I'll
food.
definitely take a
Chick
Wendy's
Fil A,
sponsor.
Pizza Hut. Like, there's a Pizza Hut, like right down the street. Like, yo, Pizza Hut. Like, we buy pizza from you all the time. Sponsor us, please.
Papa John's. I'm
Papa
also like
John's.
actually Papa John's. You don't like Papa John's?
They're all right. They're all right.
Alright, they're alright.
They're all right.
But I think we're done with the intros for now. Let's go into
Intros.
whatever we're watching right now.
Yeah. Can I spell? I can.
What we are watching.
Okay, it cuts
There we
off.
go.
It cuts off. It's too big. It's too
Yeah,
big.
we
It's
just
too
have to
big.
make it a little smaller. It'll be fine.
It's too big. Boom.
Listen,
Boom.
this is a
What we are
professional
watching.
podcast. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Episode one. I'll have these. I'll have these like set up beforehand. Actually, I'm gonna start working on
Yeah.
that now. Actually, but yeah. Why don't you go into what you're watching while
Okay.
I'm doing this?
Well, honestly, I've been. I'm watching Tower of God. I haven't watched the most recent episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking it. However, I hope they don't go straight based on the source material. I don't know
Why?
if they are or if they aren't. I would like them to like maybe change some characters up from what I've heard. Um,
Are you
other than
specifically
that, it
talking
seems like
about
it's a pretty
Bam?
good show.
Because if you're talking about Bam, they can't do
I'm not.
that.
I mean, I'm not talking about only man, but like I don't know. It's a right now for me. It's probably a solid 8,
Mm-hmm.
closing to a 9. However, I have to watch the most recent episode. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. It's too soon to
It's
really
too
give it
soon.
a fair judgment. I think.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I personally love Tower of God. I think Tower of God is fucking amazing. As you know, but
Yeah.
that also comes
I
from the
mean,
place
everybody
of
thought My Hero season 1 was amazing. So
yeah. I mean,
My Hero
cause
season.
it was interesting. It was different.
Yeah, but like once you see the most recent seasons of it, like I think season 1 can't doesn't really stand up to like the most recent seasons of My Hero. But I
Yeah.
feel like Tower of God, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this is amazing now." Then once like it actually starts getting really good, or not saying that it's not good right now, but even better, we're gonna be like, "Oh, we were getting like pretty decent stuff here. Now this is like pretty good."
Yeah. Like Tower of God doesn't get like really really good until like the next act. So like part 2. And from what it looks like, the anime is not going to cover part 2. So,
Yeah, but we have to see. I don't. They're not confirmed for season 2 yet, I believe. So, but I assume it's gonna happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll be surprised.
same.
But other than that, I think I've been watching alicization. Other I'm liking it. It's not better than
Mhm.
GGO for me just yet, because I really like GGO
I
as a
think GGO as a
concept.
concept was yeah, it was way cooler.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not confused, but I wonder. I heard the season is done, so I'm wondering what type of shenanigans they pull to see how character, like what happens to character, like if character like comes back or whatever. Like you probably know what happens, and you're laughing at me. Like he's dead. He's just dead forever. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it.
It's like like
I'll
what one day in the game is like a year. Is like a like a week in the game or something. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
listen. In terms of like the whole like that aspect, like the whole time thing, I gave up trying to understand it. It's a little too much for me.
like he's like a 80-year
'Cause-
old and like a teenage body.
yeah, so and that,
I
yeah.
guess that's probably why they made him forget everything afterwards. Because if you forget everything, then you don't
Mhm.
gain that age, right? But then since he like when he died or whatever, or like in a coma or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
no longer losing his memory. So he's stacking up all that memory on top of each other,
Yeah.
which I can't see being good.
It's okay. I can't really say much about it. It's all right. I think the concept as a whole is interesting, but
But that's what essay is about. Like it's always the concept is
like the
good,
concept
the
is cool,
performance on it
but
is kind of meh.
eh, the music is good though. The music in SAO has always been good.
Yeah,
I would say.
I could say that the music seems okay.
But
I don't know, like consider it all anime because I haven't watched very much. But like the music track is decent.
mhm.
But yeah, I think other than that, I think we should talk about what you're watching. Other than maybe unless you want to talk
One
about a whole bunch of One Piece right now.
um honestly, I'm not watching anything other than One Piece. All I can say is like small One Piece like how I feel. Nico Robin is like, I love her. She's like the mom of the group. Nami gives off that bitch energy, and she's like the big sis of the group. And Luffy is like Luffy's that motherfucker, bro. He's my man's, bro. I look at friendship differently because of One Piece.
Damn, it really be changing how people live.
All I gotta say is, what other shonen protagonist decided that he's gonna burn down the world government flag and start war with them
Hard
because
to
they want
watch
to sentence
other
their friend
anime.
to death.
Are you talking about me, budget nudist?
Yeah, definitely need a chat box. Either. Okay, you go first.
Uh, I don't say it's a guilty pleasure. I don't really regret watching it. However, I know that in the bigger themes of stuff, it's not like amazing anime because like I don't
Mhm.
know if this is like what's anime's like a poster child is because I don't think it is because the
Mhm.
writing it seems pretty mid at max,
Yeah.
but it's not. I don't know if it's not bad because I've seen some pretty bad anime. Um,
I mean,
like, I'm not gonna come at Sinful Gear, but the first half of the first episode is kind of wild,
what?
kind of wild.
Wild?
Like,
Yeah, wild. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not wild, but bad.
not okay, maybe not bad, but kind of wild. I could
Animation
keep up with it.
wise, yeah, I listen. There's some things with the animation, like when Miku gets on like the bus or gets off the bus, that that animation was that was some dog shit. I almost dropped Symphogear based off that scene alone. I'm not gonna lie when I first started
Right.
watching it, but
It's not that, it's not that the animation is bad. It's like it went from somebody crying at a cemetery, going back in time, seeing that person, them going to the music festival without the person, them singing, and then battling in the middle. And I'm like, what just happened? I'm overwhelmed. Please calm down.
yeah, no, that's how Symphogear is, and it just goes up, like it literally just goes up and up and up and up and up and up until like eventually they're fighting on the moon inside of like a moon space station, and then they're fighting like God because God took over the Earth in the final season. Your webcam
Yeah,
froze,
my
but
cat froze.
okay, no, you're good. You're good.
Is it- Okay,
Yeah, you're good.
you're
You're
a
good.
little blurry for me, so I don't know what's happening.
Uh,
You'd be alright.
yeah, yeah, I had to outlive. But yeah, that's kind of how it is. Symphogear
Yeah.
just it Symphogear just like it just goes up and up and up and up. Like there, I don't know. It's Symphogear is fucking wild. But
Yeah.
back to the Sao guilty pleasure. I would say I don't consider a guilty pleasure because like I don't really feel guilty when I watch it. I watch it and I'm just like I enjoy this, right? And I'm
Right.
not gonna say it's the worst anime I've ever watched. Like Sao, like a lot of the concept, like Sao catches like a big amount of flack for its reputation because like when people first get into anime, right? One of the shows that I want to say like 5 6 years ago were introduced was, hey, you should watch Sao. And that's one of the shows I watched to get into anime. And I thought SAO was really cool. But when you start watching better shows, then you become like, oh, SAO isn't that good. And then eventually, you know, most people are just like, oh, you like SAO, you haven't watched any good shows. And then they're just like, watch better shows. And then based off that
Yeah.
mentality, everybody's just like, hey, SAO's dog shit. Like, go watch something good, like insert good anime here. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that's good.
Yeah.
Steins get like things like that. So, like watching it, I find enjoyment. Guilty pleasure anime is Fairy Tail for me because Fairy Tail is some absolute trash, bro. But
Wait, is
I
it really that
loved it.
bad?
Fairy Tail is not good. Like I cannot justify you watch it. Like if you watch Fairy Tail, that's okay. Like it's one
I
of
thought
those
it was
like
like one of the big four. Big
no.
four.
It was like Fairy Tail was like pushed to be there because it was like a shonen that was like popular. It's not like considered like it's not that good. Its power scaling
Right.
is equivalent to like almost Dragon Ball power scaling because it's like Goku just unlocks a new transformation, Natsu just is able to just like fight even though he was
Right.
unable to like defeat the enemy previously. He just can do it all of a sudden. That's kind of how it is. So if
I
you
wouldn't
if you don't
consider SAO the Star Wars prequels. I don't even think Shada knows watched any Star Wars ever.
know, but all I know is everybody fucking hates the Star Wars prequels.
It's not bad. It's not that bad. Okay, well the prequels. Okay, the prequels are terrible. Okay,
Like I know
they're
there are
just
people.
different, right?
hmm
They're different. People didn't expect their change like that.
It's like people thought they were good, and then later down the line, when like better Star Wars movies came out, they're just like, huh, maybe these aren't good,
Right. That's
and that's
exactly what
kind of how
happened.
it is. But there will still be people who defend it as in like these are like the gifts from the god, like these are beautiful, like these are a masterpiece. And
Yeah.
all I gotta say is those people can enjoy it. Just don't come down my throat, I'll smack you.
It's like a lot of people think Captain Marvel is the best movie in the Marvel universe, even though like the grand majority of people don't think that's the case. Same thing with like Sword Art Online. It's just targeted to a not a Sword Art Online, but like Star Wars. That's the
Yeah.
prequels. It's like
hmm
targeted towards a certain audience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like most people say they suck, but like some things it's good as a movie. Like all the lines connect. However, they don't
hmm
connect
To the
to
plot.
everyone, right?
Okay, okay, okay. Connect that. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
best way to explain it.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. I understand. I understand.
But SAO is not bad. I just they have really good concepts, and then they just need to perform
The
well.
writing isn't very good. That's it.
Like even my favorite arc, which would be the GGO, had tons of like bad, either dumb or like not well thought out problems
Yeah,
that like could
and
have been
some of
done
the
better.
tropes they use aren't very interesting.
Yeah.
Like
If we talk about tropes, this anime that we've been watching,
yeah.
Surya has a lot of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, in the beginning, yeah. I'll say one
Yeah,
thing.
in the beginning,
The
they slow
beginning,
down.
it's not as bad once you get to episode 12. It starts to be not as bad, but
Right.
do you want to swap over a Soul Eater now? We can do that.
I don't know if he
Are
has
you?
any other more questions.
Yeah. Do you have any more? Do you have any more questions about something? We'll take questions now. We'll take it after we talk about Soul Eater. So
So later.
yeah, you have two opportunities to where we will like specifically do questions. Still need a chat box. It makes me mad. There's not one.
I
So
say it was like Black Mirror. If you ever seen Black Mirror,
I
it's
okay.
a Netflix show. I know that you haven't seen it, but it's a
Hashtag don't
Netflix
watch
show
TV. Ah.
that had a very cool concepts,
Mm-hmm.
but fall off pretty hard. And when I say pretty, I mean extremely hard.
Okay. Then yeah, that's SAO, all right.
I
Yeah.
mean, like I think this, like I don't even want to. Maybe we'll watch that. I haven't actually watched it. I've just heard people talk about it, so I might be wrong about some of the stuff that people say.
Okay.
So let me not
All
take
right.
a
Look,
full nosedive.
who knows that?
Okay, he doesn't
Shoot.
seem like
All right. So
he
no
has any other
questions. All right.
questions.
So let's go over to Soul Eater. So first things first. Let me drag over
Ever watch
my.
Soul Leader? Okay.
Never
I've
watched Soul Eater.
Everybody says that they watched it when I was a kid, and I never did because I was not
Yeah,
into
it
anime
was
that
like one of
much.
those shows that it's like, all right, so here's the concept for Soul Eater. Let me do, and I forgot to change the color to black. Boom, Soul Eater.
Yes, sir.
I have almost everything set up. All
We
right,
should
so
probably put episode one, like 1 to 12. So people don't think we're talking about the whole thing.
1 through 12.
Yeah.
But let me. I gotta capitalize these.
Okay. Time to look at my spreadsheet with all my division and multiplication.
Yeah, same. So here's the concept for Soul Eater, right? There, there, there's a Meister, and then there's a weapon. Humans are able to turn into weapons, right? So one of the main characters, Soul, can turn into a scythe. Another character, Subaki, can turn into a few different type of ninja weapons. There's
Yep.
a there's a
A
duo
shuriken.
called
Uh,
Liz and Patty. They can turn into guns.
yeah.
So that's the concept. And then they kind of need a Meister to like use them properly, right? So I
Yeah.
think that
That matches their
concept as a
soul
whole,
wavelength.
yeah, and not anybody can just use any weapon. Like Soul can't be used with like Subaki's partner Black Star because their soul wavelengths are like completely different.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird
So
because they seem like they have a lot of chemistry.
yeah, like they have a lot of chemistry, but then those two are like homies. But like
Yeah.
when it comes to fighting, they just fight completely differently. So they it doesn't like go
Yeah.
together.
But I think my favorite character of the show right now would probably be Soul, which is kind of weird because I was assuming it to be what's her name? Subaki.
Subaki, I like Subaki,
Yeah.
but like she uh in terms of my favorite character, it would probably be
I like
uh
Maka, but I think I don't know. I feel like it has to be between Maka and Soul, even though I would like it to be someone else.
I would probably say it'd be between Soul and Black Star.
Black Star,
Black
dude.
Star.
Black Star episode 2 kind of like I gave.
Black
Okay,
Star. Okay, Black Star episode. All right, let's go through the episodes first. All right,
okay,
opinions on episode 1. So Maka and Soul. Right. Alexa,
yeah.
shut up.
Um, I I like the world building
Yeah. Okay.
at the
So
beginning of the episode.
yeah, the concept of collecting 99 also Kishin souls, but like they're
Yeah,
more like corrupt human souls, and then one witch's soul is interesting. And I like the fact
yeah,
that when you start or when the show starts off, Maka's like she's pretty much almost done.
yeah. They throw you into a fight scene.
Yeah. So like it's not boring.
Definitely not. On the first episode, at least.
Yeah, the first episode wasn't bad because I mean the first 3 are prologues for the 3 main characters. So
Yeah. There's some
um
things that like just didn't mix with me though. Like how well now that I know his name is Spirit, I just put Maka's father. Maka's father is considered a player, however he seems uncharismatic to hell.
oh
Like I don't
yeah
know
no
how
Spirit.
anybody would like him.
So here's the thing, and I feel kind of bad for him because like there are times where he's like, yeah, I just I just want Maka to love me, and I just want to be a good dad. But then like there are also times where he enters huge simp mode and he's just like girl,
Yeah,
just like
I don't I don't know. I feel like they didn't know, or maybe they didn't know how they wanted to push the character. Actually, I shouldn't talk about later on in the show,
I
but
mean
Spirit
yeah,
is
Spirit
pretty
is
weird in the first episode
yeah.
for being a player. Um,
Uh,
the
also
twist, the 99 Kishin souls that were gonna like disappear after like killing the cat. I mean, that was a pretty obvious thing that was gonna happen. There was no way they were gonna have them so far ahead in the first episode.
yeah.
It was
I
needed,
mean,
but
I
it was
mean
very
yeah, it was
predictable.
needed because it kind of is like all right, well they need new motivation, so that's a thing. It's
Um, yeah. I mean, even the death didn't know it was. I mean, didn't completely know that it wasn't a witch.
yeah, which I guess
Like he's supposed to
that's
be like the best fighter or whatever. This best. I don't.
yeah.
He's
I don't
so underdeveloped. I don't understand him at all.
I don't like death. I said I didn't like. Yeah, I don't like death. Not one episode at a time. One episode at a time. Me. So I don't
Do
like.
you think
I
Death is the
personally
best
don't like.
character in the show?
No, I don't. I don't like him. I don't like
The
death.
wor-
I
but
don't
the
think he's the
worst?
worst.
No. Okay. I don't know. Like he's kind of like in that Danzo spot for me. Like how like when I watched Naruto, I absolutely hated Danzo, but he was like a necessity for the show to continue.
Yeah,
Like I like Danzo's probably my second worst, most hated character other
I'm
than
trying
Black
to think.
Zetsu. But that's because Black Zetsu was just a retard. But not really though.
I think I might put death at my least favorite character because like a lot of the other characters are more likable to me than death.
Yeah. Um, more unlikable. It would have gone to Black Star episode 2, but Black Star started to grow on me, I think.
Yeah,
Or he got like through that Asta transformation where he went from extremely annoying to like,
yeah.
okay,
He
I can kind of
Black
deal with this now.
Black Stars episode 1 through 12, 1 through 19, Asta.
Yeah.
That's why you don't
Like
like him. It gives you
I
flashbacks.
yeah, I give episode 1 a 7 out of 10
I'd give
from
it.
what I remember.
I'd
The
I'd give it
fighting scene
about
was
an
okay.
8.
It wasn't amazing, but other than that, I think the music track wasn't amazing either for that episode really.
It was all
Um
right. It was okay. There wasn't much to say about
and
the music that episode specifically.
yeah. And every time I heard the father was just crying or complaining. That was
Spirit,
the only part
yeah,
that in the episode. I think.
yeah. He's eh. I do want to say Blair is
I don't know.
interesting.
We'll see
She's
what happens to her later on.
she's okay. I mean,
She
yeah. In
seemed to
my
pop up
note,
very much early, but I don't see
yeah.
her popping up very much later on.
All I can say is in my notes I have Blair as a waifu. I can't say much other than that.
Mm.
That's all I
They
can
couldn't do
say.
the jealous girlfriend trope too many times.
Yeah.
Because how many times Maka hit Soul already for her?
Yeah,
I think
it's
Blair is over with.
listen, she just wants someone to play with her. Like she's bored. That's it. It's like it's not even anything sexual. It's just like she's bored. She wants to do something.
Yeah,
Okay, but on to episode 2. So the introduction of Black Star. All right. All
I have some
right. Well,
things to say about this episode.
we have two very different opinions when it comes to Black Star. So, I'm
All my
interested.
friends think he's just the best character in the show.
I also would say I freaking love Black Star. Like I think Black Star is one of my favorite
Who do you think has
characters.
the most doable quirk? Like out of all of them, like okay, Death the Kid has the symmetry thing. Um, Black Star has this I'm big man type persona, whatever, and then Soul just wants to be. Soul is just like, what would a man do? Like, what? Da 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 da. Out of these three characters, I think the most bearable out of the three was the Death the Kid one. That was
No,
my
it's
opinion.
no. I
It
I
gets bad later on, but in the third
okay,
episode,
in the
the
third episode,
symmetry
but
thing was like not that huge.
then no, there's something I want to talk about that happens like around like episode like 14, 15 that
Okay, I
like
haven't gotten that far,
yeah,
so
you haven't gotten that far, but the symmetry thing, I'm not a fan of it. It's more annoying because no, episode 2,
but
Black Star. Gotta stay
Okay.
on thing.
Uh,
I personally like Black Star because Black Star he's just himself. He doesn't care. Like
I
everybody
understand
can
that.
ignore him, and he'll just do him. And that's also why I like Subaki because Subaki's like, there's always that saying. It's like if no one else is going to do it, I'll do it. Like Subaki's that one person that like completely trusts him, and because of that,
Right.
Black Star completely trusts her.
Right.
But
Well, I'm just gonna okay. Well, Black Star. I don't even know where I want to start on this character.
you know what? Yeah,
Um,
go ahead. Why don't you start talking
we
about
could.
your dislikes?
Okay. I guess when I first saw the character, the first like half of the episode, I was like, what do I even want to write? Like, I was like figure out what I wanted to review. And then
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that came to mind is I understand stupid, but Black Star is just retarded. Full period. That was my first. That was my first. That was my first sentence in my entire review for the second episode.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
I said,
Understand.
this. I think I like the school system that they had in the episode. Like
Mm-hmm.
they showed how the school life is, and like I want to see more of that, which we ended up seeing quite a bit more of in the rest of the season. I mean, the rest of the other three arcs that we covered.
Mm-hmm.
However, I like them to like focus on that a little bit more, the
Mm-hmm.
schooling area, because I really like looking at what people's school life is. Um,
I would say for that world, yeah, it's more interesting than like a normal like slice of life type thing.
you're right, but my main problem with Black Star is that is what the, word for word what I have here. Black Star doesn't seem to care that people are dying because of how much a failure he is at being an assassin. It's like these people are here to learn how to fight bad people so they don't kill more people. And he wants to like be an audience to them and show how big he is, and then he just runs away and lets them continue doing the bad stuff that they were doing prior to that point. And I guess it's a kids show, so I shouldn't be going so in depth into the show. However, it's just really bad to me when he's
Okay,
just letting
okay.
these bad people go free.
I mean,
Luckily, they die at the end of the episode. However,
yeah,
it's like,
they do die, but I mean,
yeah,
okay, I understand that saying it like that. I understand. I get that. I can't defend that.
you physically can. You legitimately meant to be killing these things
I
to save
cannot
people's
defend
lives.
Black Star letting the the pretty much mafia just consume souls because they can.
Yeah. Um, the serious
But
mode, Black Star mode is pretty cool. I hope it's just not going to be considered plot armor, which it doesn't seem like it's going to be.
no,
Um,
it's not. Uh when Black Star actually like so when he's fighting freaking I don't remember Sword Bro, that's what I'm gonna call him. When he's fighting
right.
Sword Bro, and that fight's pretty interesting. And then when he actually starts to be serious, you see that like here's how I think of it. It's Black Star is just himself, and he just does whatever he wants, and he's kind of just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just be the big man, the star of the audience. But like, you can see it. He has like a lot of potential. Like
Well, yeah, I could have told that
when
from
it
very
come
early because that's what everybody was saying. They were shoving it down my throat the entire episode.
yeah, like so the thing with like Black Star, I honestly think that him being a complete idiot and being like super like I'm gonna be the star balances his character out. Like in terms of just like a power scaling system and just like a school thing. Because
Right, but
if he
95%
actually
of him is the bigger guy concept.
yeah, I
Ninety-five
know.
percent of him.
95% of him is the bigger guy concept, and the other 5% is if he tries, he'll beat your ass. So
Right.
if you applied the him not being an idiot concept, he would actually probably he'd be like the number one student. And he'd beat everybody's ass. He'd probably like if he
Yeah.
like put the motivation into like study. He'd be like top of his class. Like
Yeah.
he'd have
Later on, I
episode
have
2. He'd have a death scythe already. Like Tsubaki would be a death
yeah.
scythe. Like if he actually cared.
For episode 12, I have here Black Star's Rock Lee like question mark because they said it's like oh he tells himself what he's going to do and he's going to do it no matter what. He doesn't like limit himself to like what other
Yeah,
people say he can do. And like that's exactly like Rock Lee. Like Rock Lee was saying like, oh, people said, oh, he can't do that, or guy, they said guy couldn't do it, but then he
Mm-hmm.
says he's gonna do it, and then does 500 laps around the whatever with it on his hands or whatever.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that concept that they didn't give to Rock Lee and Shippuden.
Yeah.
What else do I
Underdeveloped
have?
characters.
Yeah, bigger man complex. I mean,
Yeah.
I have Blackstar doesn't care about bad people getting away and hurting more innocents because of his incompetence. I really went in on Blackstar here.
I
But cares
mean,
about killing. Oh, but cares about killing a witch that would have. Okay, because of his incompetence. But cares about killing a witch that would make him stronger, that would result in saving more people because he says it would give him nightmares. So
I
like he
mean,
cares about his conscience about killing a kid because it's gonna give him nightmares, even though killing the kid, which is the witch, would have made him a lot stronger to be able to save more people later on. And witches are supposed to be are usually known for growing up into becoming bad people. So why not take them out when they're younger? You know.
mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean,
that's
on
like my
that note,
whole
I like
thing.
I would say I would defend the him not killing the kid thing because like I think any person would be like, oh well, she's just a kid. Like she's literally just living by herself with Sword Bro, and Sword Bro is just protecting her because she's a kid. Like
I
now,
get it, but I understand that. But like, it's like, what do you think is more important? Killing the kid, getting a death scythe, and like saving a whole bunch of people's lives in the process, or killing one kid that is going to eventually become bad later on,
mm-hmm.
and like which is more comparable? I assume like well, at least for me.
Well, so here's the thing. It's I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure how it works is once you become a Death Scythe, I don't think you work with your Meister anymore.
Well, that can be the case because we see
I
Stein
mean,
and Spirit working together.
well, yeah, but that's because Death is giving them orders to do it.
Yeah, but I don't think Death is going to have like eight different death size
I mean, there's
for
only
death
one.
weapons. Well,
There,
there's one
from
right now, but
yeah, there's
once
one,
more
but
people
like,
get making more, I doubt he'll be taking them away. Because don't forget, I
I
think
mean,
was it? I think Stein made him into a death scythe, right? A spirit.
no, um,
The mother,
yeah, the
the
mom
Maka's
did.
mother did.
Yeah, because Stein was
Okay,
the first Meister,
but I'm pretty
and then Maka's
sure,
mom was the second.
right? I'm pretty sure she's probably still used him after that point. I doubt that she was just fully committed to the death scythe. But I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know enough
that
about
I'm
that.
not sure about.
But it doesn't seem
But yeah,
like if you're a death scythe, you can't be used by anyone else. You can be used by other people.
I mean, I'm just not sure if the whole concept of like once you become a Death Scythe, if you'd be used by your original like the Meister that made you into a Death Scythe.
Yeah. I thought you wouldn't because then I don't see them like I don't see Baka and Baka's mom and Spirit becoming a couple because I assume after he gets turned, he's like, oh bye, I'm going to death now. I'll never see you again. But it seems like they were still pretty close to end up being married.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
maybe we figure that out later on,
Yeah,
but
maybe I'm forgetting some stuff, but yeah,
it seems like
it's
they're allowed to use them at least, or they're capable of using them. That's nice.
yeah.
Because I doubt, like, if Soul got that was a witch's soul, I doubt Soul will be going straight into that side hand, that's hand after that at
mhm.
such a young age because I'm pretty sure he still has to learn a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That I'm not really sure about.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what? I think I'm pretty sure that you can still be used by the original Meister. Now
Yeah,
that I'm thinking about it.
I probably assume anyone that matches your wavelength you can be used by.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like to figure this out. I'm like actually thinking about things I read in the manga that like aren't really told
Yeah.
in the story, like from like 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, episode 3, Death the Kid.
Well, what did you give that
Oh
episode
wait. Episode
rating?
2, um, I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7.
You give it the same one that you give episode one. Oh, well, you gave episode one an eight.
Yeah,
I give it
episode 8.
I gave it a four.
I'd give episode 7 a 7 because I like Black Star. I like
Episode two?
Tsubaki.
No, seven.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like their chemistry. between each other,
The chemistry
and
is really cool.
Black Star's theme is dope as hell.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, if Subaku wasn't such a cool character, or I didn't like the character that much, this probably would have gotten a lower score. But I gave it a 4,
yeah,
just
I
because
get.
some things logically just didn't make sense to me. But I mean, it's a kids cartoon. I mean, kids anime, so I
Yeah,
guess it
like
shouldn't have all these.
I said it as like it was good. All right.
Well, it seems like we're gonna have a lot of differences in.
Yeah, differences in
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah, this is good. This is good. All right, episode 3. What are your thoughts on Kid? Because I personally do
Based on the
not
first three
like Kid.
episodes,
I do not
based on the
like
first
Kid.
3 episodes, I think I like Kid was a little more bearable than Soul and Black Star. Just no, just watching the first 3 episodes. Episode 1 was like, okay, this is a nice episode. Episode 2
Mm-hmm.
was like, I want to shoot my brains out. And episode 3 was like, okay, this guy's quirk doesn't seem to be his only sole personality trait, which you can kind of say that it is later on in the show from what I've been seeing.
Yeah,
But
but from
for as of
episode
right
3
now,
yeah, episode 3
yeah.
specifically. Yeah, I don't.
But that
My
was his
thing
only
is,
character trait.
yeah,
That's all I've written down. I didn't write anything more because that episode was kind of forgettable.
yeah. I mean, I don't. I wasn't a fan of the whole
I don't even know who the enemy
like.
was for that episode.
It was a freaking
Was it
what was
Anubis?
it?
No, that was later. Was that Anubis?
No, cause yeah, they went into a pyramid, so they fought like a
Okay,
freaking
yeah, so that was Anubis.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
one of the
Cause
things weird about Death the Kid is like he's able to read books and not be completely psyched out by symmetry. I mean, I have that written down later on, but it's like he's like, oh, I just like read books with my not like normally, like I just read, and it's like if you're like all about symmetry, is books like so, the most unsymmetrical thing that you could ever read in your life? And but I mean,
books are an exception. I don't know, cause like if you think about it, he technically would have been defeated by Anubis if Anubis didn't come out of the freaking tomb.
yeah,
Like he would have just died there. The only reason
yeah,
he was able to do anything was because he got out and he was unsymmetrical. That was it. Like that, I don't like
yeah.
that. That was not enjoyable. The only like the thing that I'd give this episode like
I gave it an 8. I gave it
I'd give
higher
it
than
a
a 1,
I
which is
gave
kind
it
of weird.
I'd give it a 6, like
A 6. Okay.
maybe a 6.5, because like the carrying factors for that episode was I think
The
that
two guns.
yeah, Liz and Patty, like as
Isn't bad.
okay, so I personally have always liked the idea of like just like twin characters for things, and
Right.
I really like the concept of them both being like twin weapons, and like if needed, one can use the other, but like the Meister can use both of them.
Right.
I like that concept, and I also love Patty because Patty just gives off fucking huge dumb bitch energy, and I love that. Like
Okay.
she like
I
child
can
to
see
the
that.
T. She gives zero fucks. And on top of that, Patty's voice actor is the same voice actor for Suzuha in Steins Gate and Makoto from Persona 5. And I love
Okay, I didn't
both
know
of
that.
those characters.
Okay.
So,
Um.
Patty is my
Yeah.
favorite girl in the
I
show.
think I probably like Death the Kid the most out of the prologue is probably because maybe because episode 2 was so bad to me. I don't know if I would rate it higher than 1. I haven't rated higher than 1 right now. But if I rewatch it now, I probably would have a different opinion.
Mhm.
However, it felt like the most standalone episode. Like it wasn't like all the 2 other episodes were like a lot of world building. And, like this episode was a lot more
Just like Death
concise and like
Kid goes
bare.
on an adventure
Yeah.
with Liz and Patty.
So I gave
That's
that
it.
an 8. You gave that a 6, right?
6.5. The
Okay.
music, Death's theme or Kid's theme, and Liz and Patty, mostly Patty, was like the carry for that episode. Kid by himself would make that episode like a strong ass 3 without the rest of those factors. Because I am not a fan of his personality.
Yeah, but we don't really see much of the symmetric. Like he had like the symmetrical thing with like the breast and like the enemy. But other than that, we don't see everything he was saying was all symmetrical. What
He
am I looking
literally
for?
runs away from the mission back to his house to make sure his painting is symmetrical.
Right, but like, see that is like one little thing that happened within like 30 seconds when Black Star is yelling about how big of a man he was for like 8 minutes in a row. Like it's not comparable.
It's like the only difference is at least that like that does like Black Star hyping himself up does something for the plot. Like it makes his soul stronger. Kid's symmetrical thing, all it does is it'll make him mad and like yeah, it can make his soul strong for that reason. But like other than that, if it's symmetrical, he's like he can't fight.
Yeah,
It's not it's I can't I can't.
I can't. You can't deal with the symmetrical thing, but I can't deal with
Black
Blackstar
Star.
being incompetent. Okay.
Hey, listen, it'd be like that, All right, you gave episode three an 8. I gave it a 6.5. The only carries from my
Which is
episode was
fine.
fucking the twins and the music.
All right, so
So,
episode 4 then.
episode four. Um. Okay, that's the episode with Zombie Sid, and I have in my notes the first line: "Rip Sid had to kill the black guy first." That is the first thing I have in my line. Soul Eater had to kill.
Oh,
Soul Eater had to kill the black guy first. They had to kill my man Sid.
right. Okay, right. Um, I actually made a tally for the amount of times that Maka hit Soul,
How many
like the
times
trope
is it?
tally chart.
Yeah. How?
I think I wrote like four. It was like 4 or 3 between episode 1 to 4.
Wow.
Of like her getting mad.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of annoyed by that trope a little bit. I'm not that big of a
Yeah,
fan of it. Like it, if it was more of a like a something she did every now and then, that's okay. But it happens a lot. I'm not
yeah.
that
It
big of
doesn't
a
happen
fan of it.
anymore though. Luckily, I haven't seen it happen again. So this was probably one of my favorite episodes of the entire show.
Oh, what episode 4?
Um, is episode 4? Maybe not 4. The fight was okay. Um, I don't understand how this death size or spirit is supposed to be like a player, and this man is like hinting to liking like little schoolgirls. Like it's kind of weird to me.
Anime, anime. All I can say is fucking anime, bro.
Because he's like, I don't care about the attendance for all the guys, but all the girls, tell me who's here. I'm like, what is this man doing? Like actually, kind of weird, especially with his daughter in the class.
Yeah. I mean, how old is how old is Maka?
I assume she's probably between. I assume this is high school or maybe late middle school.
I think this is around high school, so she'd be around 15. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. Don't do that because spoilers.
Yeah. I don't really care about spoilers, but I'm assuming like 15, 15, 14, 16.
Uh, Maka is 14, Soul is 15. So that would
Okay.
make him 32.
32? Why
Mm-hmm.
32?
Because he was 18 when he had her.
Okay.
That's something that's said a little bit later.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the wiki to
Um,
make sure that's right. But yeah.
yeah. I
Um.
don't like how, I mean, I guess it's a character trait. Maka just crumbles under failure, so that's another character trait that we know about her. Other than only being, like, she's all about education and, like, getting this done for the soul scythe. Or
Mm-hmm.
the scythe. And, it's like whenever something is happening that seems to be under her control, it like she crumbles instead of like getting stronger like how Black Star would.
I lied. She's 13.
13, okay. Yeah, so middle school.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed. Um, because they don't seem very.
Very old. Yeah.
That's not what I was gonna say, but yeah. Oh, so let's go with that one.
Very old. Yeah. Her father would be 31 then.
Okay.
It literally did the same thing I did. It was just like if he had her at 18 and Maka is 13, then he's obviously this age.
Yeah.
Math.
Bah. Well, yeah, I think that's about it for this one. I don't really have much to say about this episode.
Episode 4.
I give it a 9 out
Oh,
of 10, even though I don't remember anything that happened in the episode.
I'd give it an 8. I would say I actually personally liked episode 4 because that's the episode where um
We
yeah,
saw
so
Witch
Sid
Hunter on this episode, another episode.
yeah. So Sid becomes a zombie and death is like, actual death, like, big peepee death. Is like, "Hey, you guys are failing. You need more lessons." And he sends Black Star and Maka's, I guess, Black Star and Maka to go
Yeah, I really like
investigate the whole
the
Sid thing.
collabs. That's
So,
cool.
um yeah, I also like the fact that Black Star is Trap Star. I think that's really cool. Although the like incompetent, like incompetent part shows up literally right after that. Like right after he captures Sid, you see he captures Maka too because she's in the way.
Yeah.
But like
I mean, yeah. I
that
mean, I
also
understand
shows
these things are
that,
gonna happen probably.
yeah. But it, to me, I like that. It shows like, um he's pretty powerful. Also, whenever he's serious, um uh, to bring it back to episode 2, like his whole like his mood changes, and also like kind of just like the way his soul moves is completely different, so it throws off the enemy whenever he fights.
Right.
But
I mean, I don't know. I don't really take that as a,
I mean, I think it gives him an advantage because, like, if you fight one way and everybody's like, "Whoa, he's loud and obnoxious, so he's going to attack like this," and then like he gets serious and like his soul just completely changes and you can't really read it anymore.
Yeah, but is that like, is that what they were trying to do, or was that just like a result to like a bad character design?
Who knows? Who
That's what I'm saying.
knows?
Like, who knows? So it's
It's
like,
one
I
of
don't know.
those you like it or you hate it things. But
Yeah.
at episode 4, I think I said at what did I say I gave it? I think I said
I think you said
7, 8.
a something. I don't
I'm gonna say like 7.5.
know. Okay.
I kind of, yeah. Oh yeah, what? Yeah, I also was saying Witch Hunter. That attack's pretty dope.
Yeah, which one's
It
pretty
it
cool.
shows how the bond between Maka and Soul is, and also like how powerful Maka is like, just as a Meister as a whole. So yeah, I personally like that.
Yeah, she's a pretty cool character. I think. Hopefully, I can see some development in her pretty soon. I mean, if I don't, then I'll be pretty sad. But
Yeah, we'll see. You'll see some in the like after the 12 episodes.
okay.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm
Everybody's
remembering correctly.
telling me like, oh, you gotta watch more than 20 episodes of this show. They like it, and I'm like,
Yeah, you do,
I
because
mean,
after episode 20 is like when like it picks up, because like everything before that's kind of just like world building, slice of life, introduction to some characters, small plot lines, little arcs of them, like, uh, I guess I can't. It's kind of spoilers is what I'm gonna say, but
right,
I can't really say much. So it's just little arcs. It's just like more little things that is kind of just like showing different character development and stuff like that, and how
right,
characters act in different situations. And then after like episode 20 is like when shit hits the fan and like the plot picks up.
okay.
So yeah,
Well, I'm hoping I'm ready for it. I think
episode
hopefully
5. Um,
episode 5. But I gave that one a.
I'd give that one a
Oh, wait, we
7.
already said what we gave for.
Four
Or
for
is it
four.
4?
Yeah, I think
I
you
think I
said
might give it
9.
an 8. I think I gave it a 9, but now
You're,
that
you're
I
gonna
have outlook on the other episodes, I give it an 8.
Okay, so 8, and then yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Episode
What were
5.
your thoughts on 5? 5 is when they capture Sid, and they
Okay.
figure out that Stein is, the one behind everything, quote unquote.
5, I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
5.
probably the best episode that I've seen. Um, we learned so much in that episode, and I feel like if you skip that episode, you miss out on a lot. Like if you was to skip that episode as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would miss out on like a lot of like world building and like understanding abilities type stuff.
Yeah. I would agree. I would agree.
I like to see like how Death and Kid seem to have a good relationship. Like they don't bicker like how most families in like these generic animes are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's pretty cool. Like they have a decent relationship. They can sit down and talk without like ending in an argument, like almost
Yeah,
every
yeah.
real life family.
Or like, Maka.
Yeah. Um.
So,
Um. I don't know if I have here. I don't know if Spirit, which is where we found out his name,
mhm,
being like cut open and like messed with by his Meister is one of the reasons that make him feel so powerless in like the situation with Mata. Um, I don't know if like that has some underlying things on him to make him think that he's powerless and he can't like change the, even though he knows he can change it, he doesn't think he can change it. If that makes sense,
yeah.
because he messed up. I mean, I guess he didn't mess up in that Stein situation. Well, we're talking about Spirit as a whole. Like Spirit as a character just makes my head hurt because he
Spirit as a
says he's
character,
like,
you can throw him away.
I don't know. I don't think he's worth throwing away. I
I
just think they need a hard revisit of the character because it's like he doesn't like Stein, whatever, and then he goes to like France later on with Stein, and like Stein is using him perfectly fine with him not like hesitating or anything with him. So I
well,
mean, I
that's
guess that
because
means he's
that's
just a good death side that he doesn't like.
no. Well, I
He's
mean,
focused on the battle, or he just doesn't seem to care about Stein anymore,
well,
which
the
would be
thing
weird.
is, Stein clearly says that he can adjust his wavelength. So like,
Right,
no
right, right.
matter,
I don't mean like that.
well, yeah, yeah. So I mean, like,
But like if
whatever,
somebody touched you, like okay, touched you, right, as a kid, and
yeah,
then like you grow up, and then like you guys are on a basketball team together, and like you're supposed to like be like synced up chemistry wise. I probably wouldn't want to like play with that guy, right?
yeah,
So it's like weird how Spirit is just completely fine and doesn't say anything. He's only focused about the battle when he's fighting with. But that's later on. That's later on. We shouldn't be talking about that right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't
Well,
know.
in this episode, I mean, you see, Stein's pretty, he's pretty cracked. I'd say, yeah, yeah. No,
I
he's
think
just pretty
he's
cracked.
pretty interesting as a character. I think
He has a
Stein
screw in his head.
is
He turns it. He
probably
goes,
fourth character in my rankings. I really wish I knew more about what's her name? I keep forgetting her name.
Subaki.
Subaki. Even though we got a little bit of her in like episode 11 and like
Yeah, no,
episode 10.
that's our backstory.
Yeah, I mean the backstory is pretty. I don't want to say it's generic, but
You get backstory for Black Star and you get backstory for Subaki all in the same episode. But back to episode 5.
yeah. Um, seems like Death doesn't. I don't know. Well, see, I have here Death doesn't care about the Meisters and Weapons life, even though he realized that they weren't really threatened because these guys are actually part of like his group. They're not villains. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
that was a not important thing to say. Um, after Maka gave up, Soul's pep talk was a really good pep talk. I feel for Soul being
Yeah.
in character, I feel like he did it pretty well.
Yeah. No, I personally would say just that moment as a whole kind of just that ups my views on Soul.
Soul was
Cuz
already a
like
pretty decent character, like based on everything that I've seen prior to this point, and I think I made
mhm.
it that brought him up pretty high, either to the number. I think probably to the number one spot after that episode.
Yeah. Cuz I feel like normally like in any other show, it would probably be done in reverse because like since Soul's like, supposed to be the cool and calm and collected one and Maka is supposed to be like the more analytical one. I
Right.
feel like in some other shows it'd be kind of reverse where Maka'd be the one to give the pep talk.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the
I mean,
show.
depends on the show and the situation, but like that's
Maka
kind of
seems like
just
she has a very crippling fear of failure,
yeah,
and once something once failure is like almost imminent, she just completely shuts down and stops trying. Even
yeah.
though she has the most probably one of the most plot armor in the show.
She is legitimately the main character.
Well, I think all of the characters are pretty main.
I mean, yeah, they are, but
And
like
the
Maka
only
and
character that
Soul are like the actual like they're the
yeah,
primary
I can
focus.
see that. Yeah. Um, I think that's the most I have to say about that episode. It's a
Yeah.
9, nearing to a 10. The only thing that I didn't near to it, the only reason I didn't near it to a 10 is like a lot of the stuff that I feel like
Mhm.
if they did it towards an enemy that would kill, it just like hit them and like brushed off. Like it was like it didn't hit with the most amount of power. And I feel like some of the attacks should have.
Yeah, I'd give it about I'd give it an 8. It was all
I
right.
think Black Star was pretty bearable. This is when Black Star started to get bearable in the episodes. That's probably why it was so high as well.
I would say I'd give it an 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
8.5.
Episode 6 now. I really liked episode 6. I think no, I
I
didn't
yeah
like episode 6.
I
Wait,
personally
what
liked
did I do?
episode 6 because episode 6
What was episode
is
6?
episode 6 is when kid comes to school and Black Star's
Ah,
like,
right.
Tsubaki, I need a new partner, and him and Soul try to team up, and it doesn't
This
work.
episode was okay. All right. This is my hot take about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked them showing the school life and what they're doing at school.
Mm-hmm.
With like Stein becoming like one of the teachers or whatever. Like we're seeing more school life, and I like it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, I really hate how like stuff that isn't in character they
Mm-hmm.
make happen to make a bit or a joke.
Okay, yeah.
Like it's not in their character for this to happen, and it's like randomly they're fighting and then like they slide and hit their crotch on like a wall or something. It's like, huh? Like it's just it doesn't match a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Um, I wish I wrote what actually happened in the bit. Um, but like some like bits happen and then don't let the characters straight shine.
I mean, I can show you. I mean, not show you. I can tell you some of the bits that happened specifically in episode 6. One of them was whenever they do like the transformation, Soul like goes up into the air, and turns into a scythe, and Black Star tries to catch him blade first with his hands, and he cuts Black Star's head open, and he
Yeah,
bleeds. That's
but
one
see,
of
that's
them.
kind of in. I mean, that's kind of in
That's kind of in
character.
character.
But like
I
some
mean,
stuff like that happen just aren't in character at all. Like a lot of these
yeah,
characters don't have much character traits other than like the soul quirk that they gave them.
yeah,
They only Maka has a few traits that seem pretty interesting. Like Soul has the same trait. I don't know much about him other than that.
he's
Um,
cool.
Kid is kind of like that. Black Star is
I actually would
kind of
say
like that.
I think that's how most of the characters are in this show. Now that I think
But that's
about it,
most animes. I feel like if once you grab up a whole bunch of different characters and if you put them all
and
into
give
one same character, that's like
yeah, like their
a really
backstory
good
can be
character.
told in like kind of. I feel like I've been blessed with like backstory when it like I hate I don't want to like be like One Piece is so great, but like one of the things I do like about One Piece is the way they do backstories because like I mean they have time,
Yeah.
but like recently I just watched like Nico Robin's backstory. That's 3 episodes, 3 whole episodes of just backstory for her, and it's like been littered throughout like the series, kind of like hinted, but like you actually get like a
Right.
full backstory, and that's how it is for almost all the characters. Like you get
But do
like
they revisit them later on, or is it like one backstory and then we're done with you, like My Hero?
um
Like My Hero
I would
touches you once and then I don't see them touching you again.
no I would say like each of the characters like they're still getting developed. Like Usopp had his character development and not character like his character backstory like freaking about 200 episodes ago, and he's getting his own character development and also like there's small like backstory stuff that's sprinkled in there, but more of it's kind of filler, not filler, it's flashbacks at this point, but like they don't just one and done the characters, like they do give them more
Yeah.
character development. All right, but back to Soul Eater. I do
Uh,
feel that some of the characters are kind of just like huh,
I remember this
backstory.
one. This
It's like
yeah.
one page front and back is their backstory.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If they were planning for it to be such a short show, or I mean, I don't know. Is 50 episodes short? I have no idea.
50 episodes is
Considered the
considered
anime.
that's 8 core, so that's long because that's
It's
about a
long.
year.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's about a full year.
Okay. I thought this was like a. I thought this was. Okay. I thought this was a short anime. Because I'm used to like TV shows. TV shows are like so long comparable.
Yeah,
I
no.
think most
Short
TV
anime
shows
would
have like
be 12 episodes. Anything over 25 episodes is long.
okay.
Because
Um.
most shows don't even go past 25 episodes, which is I'm pretty sure it's called 2 core.
Okay. Um. I remember one thing that happened in the episode was like they got shot by like this huge bullet from death. Like this bullet was huge. It hits
Oh,
them.
the freaking
They
the
explode, like a huge explosion, and like
yeah.
the very next frame, they're just standing up walking, like nothing just happened. And I'm like, I mean, I guess
I
like that
mean,
didn't
he,
even shoot something
he
so
was.
big at Anubis. You know?
I mean, I don't think he was trying to kill them.
Yeah, but like, oh, sorry, I shot my gun at you without trying to kill you.
Cause
Haha.
like the thing
I
is,
mean,
all it's shooting is like compressed soul wavelengths.
wavelength.
Yeah,
I
like they're not.
guess, but
So
like,
it's like it does more
when it's
like
destroying the
internal.
ground, when it's
I
destroying the
mean,
ground and not them, it's kind of weird.
I mean, the anime, bro.
I
Fucking
know it's
anime.
anime, but yeah, I mean that's the one thing that I really have.
I mean, other than that, I personally like the episode because it shows the fact that like before this is kind of just like wavelengths are important, but like in this episode it shows that you can't just be like I'm done with you and just go to your homie and be like be my partner. Like you can't just do that.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
uh,
there needs to be like a
that's why
certain level
Stein
of
is
like
such a good character. Stein is so cool because he can just swap his wavelength.
yeah, he on top of that like wavelength like attacks directly don't really affect him.
As long as you don't have like, unless you're like a count, the only way you can counter him is if you can change your wavelength as well. So if you know his wavelength, you have to like swap before his wavelength swaps to whatever is resistant to you,
Mhm.
so you can hit him. Like it's weird. Like I don't know how like side could be like even beat. Like if wavelength is such a big thing in the show. Like if you can always change it to almost anything.
I mean, I still feel that you can take damage. Like if you hit him with a blade, even if you change your wavelength, that
But sure,
it
yeah,
can't.
Blade.
Well, like, cause even for like, Maka's scythe, it's the only way. Cause like I'm pretty sure he grabs Soul by like his actual like fucking long ass handle, and he changes the wavelength and injects it to him. So if you slap Stein with like even the blade of the scythe anywhere other than his hands, he'd be fine. Cause he can only like change his wavelength in his hands and like output it.
True. But he's pretty. I think he's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Pretty fast character. So I don't think we see the only time we see him get hit in the first 12 episodes is with the black
Episode
dots darts,
episode
which
eight.
are like yeah
Yeah, that's episode 8.
um death
Oh no,
Luke
that's episode
like
7.
Lord
I
Death
lied.
is episode 6. Lord Death. Uh, I wish we understood his motives more. I don't know if we're ever gonna get it or if he's just gonna be a black Zetsu that is serving under someone else type himself. Have no idea. But Death is
Uh,
I wanna like Death. I really want to,
I
but
want to like him too, but like, I think I'm good.
nothing redeemable just yet.
I think I'm good. I think he can hold his L. He can temporarily hold his L for now. Is the worst character in the show to me.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, as for a
but
rating, I would say I'd give this episode
I give it a 7.
I'd also give it a 7.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good episode. A lot of world building. Oh no, wait, no, not this episode. That's not this episode. The bits kind of made killed it for me. Like all the like
The
jokes
bits
that
killed
happened
it,
mid
but
fight.
like the the like the power system that is explained in it's not really explained. It's kind of just like shown is really interesting to me.
Right.
Kind of like how the like Liz and Patty, since they admire kids so much, their wavelengths are more like they're more neutral to kids like random ass personality.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Well, the
Episode
7.
7.
A really good episode, I think. I feel, in my opinion.
Did you know my blood is black and the doors open one way inward?
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I remember being very tired during this episode. So
I have
yeah,
a lot. I have a lot written on this episode, and
same.
yeah, the first thing is my blood is black.
Uh huh.
But Maka and Soul go on an adventure. You know,
Yeah.
you
They
learn.
go to Paris.
Is a pair? Yeah, okay. You learn what Souls describes what it's like to taste souls, which I didn't think that they do that. I hear a slight echo.
Uh. Uh. Better.
Uh, test better.
Okay. I have no idea what happened. I didn't touch anything, and it stopped. So
It'd be like that
we'll
sometimes. But yeah, because normally
I
like in
think
a show where they're like a character consumes something for like to get more powerful, they don't really describe. Hey, it's not about the taste; it's like how they feel going down.
right,
Because it's kind of like tasteless. I didn't really expect that. It's more of a random like little tad bit interesting fact that's there.
right. Um, before we even get to like the fight with like the villain or whatever of the episode,
Krona.
um, it seems like Maka's only focused on school and being a good Meister, and she doesn't have any hobbies outside of that, or any um, like her foresight is like not that far to
Yeah, no,
anything else
that's it.
for being like like not a preteen, but like just coming into teenage years.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I think I could say that about a lot of the characters though.
yeah,
Because like
but I
Black
mean
Star
like
only wants to be the best.
yeah,
But I
I
guess
guess.
that's technically a bigger goal than
But if Maka's like the solo, like supposed to be the main protagonist, I feel like she should have at least 80 some hobbies that we can know. If you
I
see her
mean,
cook, I don't know if we should consider that a hobby or not. You know,
she likes to read.
do we see that?
Yes. You
Um,
can see her read. I don't know. That
I
might
know
be like a
she's
that might be something that happens after 12, but she likes to
okay.
read and
I know
you
she's
will
very
see
good
her
at being
with
a
a book.
Meister, which is one of like I assume is what she's reading to get better at. But is there anything that she reads for fun, like we don't know
I no,
about?
I think she genuinely likes books. It's set
Okay,
in I think like episode. Let me see.
yeah. I know that the
Nope.
kid also seems to like to read. So
It's set on episode 14.
14. Okay, so I haven't got into that yet. Um, I don't know if manga and soul are like that strong. I mean, I assume they are probably that strong, but they had no bruises after the scene, and they like Soul was getting holed by like the gang, and like there were like 20 people around them. It's like we see him like them just walking away from like all the gang getting beaten up from behind,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I mean,
I mean, I guess I don't know if it's a gag or if that's like something that's like actually like they're just that strong or like that well capable that they could just beat up all those people without any scratches at all.
I mean,
Um,
other than it being a gag, I think it'd be pretty legit for Maka to be that strong, considering that she fucking just like swings Soul around constantly. Because I don't know if
yeah, but it doesn't even look like Mako was even fighting. I think it was just all Soul.
it might have been, and even at that point, I think Soul would be pretty capable of like fighting on his own,
Maybe
considering he can kind of turn
as a
himself into a
14 year
scythe.
old against yeah, I guess. I mean, I
It's
don't know. I
like
don't see him turning himself into a slave against like random people.
maybe. I mean, I think he'd be pretty like agile and able to like defend himself competently, because he seems like he can fight on his own.
Right.
But
Um. Other than that, I think the episode was pretty. Um. I like how other protagonists in the show could pick up on like other protagonists' flaws. Like
mm-hmm.
Soul could pick up on like Maka's flaws. Maka could pick up on Soul's flaws. So far and so far.
Yeah, I think that works as like not just other characters doing that. I think that's what makes them good for like them being partners.
Right.
Like I'm gonna we'll go back to this specific topic because there's something I want to say that involves like episode Black Star. So episode 10 and 11 that I don't want to talk about involving that in terms of like the character dynamics, and
Okay.
also I'll bring up next podcast episode for because
Yeah.
of kids group that you see.
Right.
If that's even in that
Um.
section, I don't remember.
What else
But
do I have to talk about it? I really enjoy seeing Sad and Spirit. Like I like to see their interactions a lot.
mm-hmm.
I think between them or between I want to see more of that and more of Blackstar and Soul. I think whenever those two people met, like they mesh either well or they like it's just a very interesting plot line that I would like to see
Yeah,
explored
yeah,
more.
I would agree.
Um, I think this was a really good episode. Um, the villain, I
Krona.
don't like these mindless. I don't like these mindless villains. You feel me? Like these
Krona.
Nobus.
That's how a lot of the villains are. I feel like in Soul Eater though,
Yeah, I
because
mean
like
it was it, it,
everybody's like, I just want to bring back the Kishin or I want to become a Kishin. Like that's
yeah,
everybody's goal.
and I don't want to blame it on it being like an old anime because you like One Piece and you're probably like still pre 2008. So
I mean, yeah, I do. A lot of the manga I actually like is like pre 2010.
yeah, I don't want to yeah, I don't want to blame it on being
So it's
old,
not
but I feel
like,
like it just
I
needs
think it's
to.
just the writing in it. Like I don't feel
Yeah,
like this show was. I feel like the concepts in this show are like really cool
yeah,
and the characters are kind of interesting, but like the writing as a whole isn't very good.
yeah. Um,
But I will also say that Krona does get backstory in, it's like you learn about there. That's another thing that's literally in my notes is look up Krona's gender because I don't know it. And it pisses me
I
off.
assume it's a guy, right?
It might be a guy,
But
it
they
might
said
be.
he said I can't talk to girls, so I assume that means he's like, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a guy. I would bet money that he's a guy.
I Okay. Let's see.
Does it say?
Um he's not a Meister. I need fucking
See,
no fucking Krona Wikia Soul Eater. All right, scrolling down, scrolling down.
um,
Ragnarok.
race, human. I don't see anything about gender.
Because the thing is, Krona is mistaken later on. Like Patty's like, I can't tell if Krona's a guy or a girl on like episode like I think it's like 15 or something. That's why I still don't know Krona's gender. And
Officially, Corona 6 is canonly considered unknown.
see,
Um,
no one knows.
Kroner is referred to gender neutral terms in which does not exist in the English language.
Got it. So Krona
Um,
doesn't have a gender.
confirmed the usage of male pronouns was for gender neutral reasons,
They
using he as in referring to mankind
and
instead of it.
okay, yeah.
So,
Even in the
so
art,
I
this
guess
article uses
in
they. So even yeah,
yeah.
Krona doesn't have a gender.
So it seemed like they used he. They used he in the English version because they didn't have gender like the gender neutral stuff in English, obviously, to like
Yeah,
like correlate what it would be in Japanese. So
yeah.
they said that. So I guess the English people wanted to be in 2008. It was too you know,
Yeah, what we weren't in the there.
we are in 2020, so we were really there for gender neutral stuff. Um, in this episode, I also liked how we saw Maka, like what Maka was thinking in the middle of the fight. Like it wasn't like all just fight, like just seeing strange things blow up. You hear the talking, like what's
Yeah.
happening in her mind space.
Mhm.
I guess an episode 9 out of 10, 8.5
Yeah,
out of
I'd give
10.
episode 7 a 9. And
It's very good.
also, yeah, you get a peek at Medusa, and I think Medusa's kind of hot, bro.
I think Medusa's okay. She's bad.
You know.
So I think Sumaka is probably still number one for me.
Um, but I will say like I do like Soul's like willingness to like die for his Meister. You know.
Yeah.
You
So
because
eight.
I
Right.
yeah
Oh wait, yeah.
I'd say yeah.
So for
I
the last
personally
one,
really like
yeah,
7.
yeah. Um, so it was a really good episode. I think
Yeah,
really good
I'd give that
midpoint.
episode a 9. All right. Episode 8. This is where the one-liners start coming out.
Well, they got saved in the nick of time, which is like this anime trope of all time. Like, oh, the guys that actually know what they're doing is here finally. Time to save the
Yeah.
day.
Oh yeah,
Um,
because this is the episode where Spirit and Stein come,
yeah.
and you
Instead
see
of
them both
Spirit
fight.
fight
Yeah.
and started fighting instantly,
Yeah.
they're legitimately like having an exposition, talking about like they were talking for like 5 minutes before actually even fighting, and I'm like, guys. Solo's right there
Hello?
dying. Like, someone
Now
please help
he'll
him.
now he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll live.
Yeah, like he'll be fine. Like they were like talking. Like
Mhm.
no one was worried. Not like Mako was standing still, looking at like her father, not even looking at Solo at all. I'm like, okay, I mean, I
My man's
guess
over here just took a blade to the chest for her, and but
just
no,
doesn't care.
no one cares. So
I don't
Soul
know.
Eater in a nutshell. No one cares.
I like the idea of the demon sword. I hope they go more in depth into that later, which it seems like they're going to.
Bro,
Um,
Ragnarok is he's a fucking bully, bro. Fuck that man, bro.
I don't mean him as a demon sword. I mean like demon swords
I mean,
in
yeah, no,
general.
the concept, yeah, it's cool, but I'm talking
Right.
about the demon sword himself. Ragnarok's a
Yeah.
fucking bully, bro.
Well, it seems like he's like that because the timid nature and the aggressive nature like balance out or whatever. I think is what they said.
Yeah.
I have here. Yeah, is Spirit 100% okay with fight being used by Stein? Kind of weird. Um, according to Maka, there's no lasting consequences for freezing up in the battle. Um, because she doesn't know about the black blood, not yet at least. Um,
Mhm.
so she seems to like in the next few episodes she just doesn't like she just goes back to normal, like she doesn't have to adapt or get better, like be better under pressure. Um, yeah,
Mhm.
like
For that
because
episode,
there's nothing bad happened off of after that point, at least in her eyes. So
I mean, she kind of gets like really depressed over it, and she's
yeah,
like,
she gets depressed, but being depressed and like actually trying to attempt to become a better, like becoming better. She's not
yeah.
doing much of
I
that.
mean, for that episode, it's just like a big depression phase.
Yeah. However, this was a
Um,
good episode. This was a very good
it
episode.
was a good episode. I do
The
like
fight was really good.
the
The
fight
music was
scene.
really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I'd
think the
give that
music was good.
episode. I'd say about an eight. It was good.
I give it a 9. I'll give it a 8.5. I really
Uh,
like
uh
Stein and Spirit as like a collab. That's probably why I rated it so
yeah,
high.
yeah. I think they're a good duo.
Solo Spirit is kind of sleeper, but
Yeah. Um.
Stein makes almost any character better. I feel
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Um.
Stein is
That that
legitimately
that.
like the third Hokage of this show.
I mean, he's
Even
not
though
that
third
bad.
Hokage died really early, but
I
like
mean, who says Stein won't? No, I'm just playing. Um.
I have no idea. I doubt I doubt there any big characters are going to die in this anime. But I don't know because I haven't got past episode 20, which is when everything goes
Everything
crazy.
goes to shit. Yeah. Um. Eh. I mean,
Uh
as in like the rest of episode 8. Um. Yeah, the only thing the only other thing is that happens is they take Soul back to the school, and he gets patched up.
yeah. And the nice trope of the villain is amongst us
Oh yeah,
trope is
Medusa
happening here.
sneaks
Like
into the school.
I don't even think sneaks it. I think she was probably working there for like like a long time.
I mean, I get they're so familiar with her that I guess so.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I would say about that episode is um you find out Soul has black blood in him, and he's said to be cursed and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean,
um
look, as long as it's done well, I don't care about the villain being like, oh, the villain is with us, like type thing. Even though like it's done almost every anime ever.
I mean, yeah,
But
it's all right.
uh,
It's
so yeah, I think we gave the rating already. So we're gonna
Yeah,
go to
8
nine.
and 8.5. Yeah, 9. That was the Excalibur episode. I literally have in my notes, Spirit wants Maka to love him. Oh, an Excalibur exists. Dot dot dot. Like
Okay,
my
I have
brain
actually a
checked out
pretty
on
decent amount of
Excalibur.
notes. Waka can't stop worrying about Soul, whatever. Books are symmetrical, but Death the Kid reads them, whatever. Spirit needs to develop soon. That's a fact.
I agree. I would
Spirit,
definitely agree on that.
yeah, Spirit was able to work with someone with Stein, someone who tortured him but can't talk to his own daughter. I mean, I guess.
It still baffles me, but it is. It be like
Yeah,
that. It is
it
what it
is
is.
what it is. 7 out of 10. That's all I really have for that episode.
Yeah,
Not a bad
yeah.
episode. No fights. No
No,
fights
there are
happened
no
in that
fights. No.
episode. So
Excalibur
yeah,
exists. I give that episode a
kind of
strong S
weird.
six.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know
you know
why
what?
that the kid is scared of water. That was the one thing I was confused about.
He doesn't get his.
Like
He
maybe
doesn't want to get his clothes wet. That's literally it. He said he doesn't want to get his
yeah,
clothes wet.
but like there must be a reason. Like I guess like the water won't be symmetrical. Like I don't know.
The
Like
water will
why
make
does
his
he not want to
clothes
be wet?
wet unsymmetrically.
I guess that's what it
His clothes
is.
won't be symmetrically wet, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's weird. But yeah,
Um,
7, 7, 6.
so I'd give it a 6.
I think
Uh,
Black Star probably redeemed this episode.
Leaving Subaki in the library to clean up by herself to go adventure with Kid.
Yeah. However, I've never seen That's the Kid and Blackstar agreed on anything, and the fact that they agreed,
They
Excalibur, this
simultaneously
thing is trash.
agreed that they
Yeah.
don't want that shit.
Yeah.
um,
So yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like if anybody is deaf and wants a assault a weapon, I think Excalibur is probably the best weapon to go for because you can't hear.
True. True. Um,
I was about to make a bad joke that probably could. Okay, let me not say that. Okay,
yeah,
let's continue.
yeah, no, 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 no. If you have to
Episode
question it, don't
10.
do it. Don't do it. Episode 10. I
Yeah.
like this episode. It's the episode where Subaki and Blackstar go to the village to find the cursed sword, right?
Yes.
I like that.
Um. All I have to say is dumb stuff happens for a joke mid fight, and Darkstar seems to grow as a person, and hopefully it sticks. 8 out of
Yes,
10. That's all I got.
I'd give that episode an 8 out of 10. You learn Blackstar's backstory, which I personally really liked. You learn a bit of Subaki's backstory, which I also really liked. Because I personally just like Blackstar as a whole, and the whole since he's a person who's like, oh yeah, all about me, and he's so like,
Yeah.
hyper. It's like the fact that he sits down and he's like, Subaki, I'll wait for you. It's like I personally really like that moment
Yeah.
of
I
character
think that
for
was
him.
the next episode.
Was that the next episode? No, because he
Yeah.
sits down at the end of this episode because that's when she enters the sword.
Right. Okay. Right. And then he starts getting hit in the head by random villagers in the next episode,
Yeah,
which is
and
kind of weird. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
I don't
listen,
know.
he puts up with that, and as soon as Subaki comes out, no, that's episode 11. Episode 10. Episode 10. Yeah. Other than that, there's
I
not
give
there's
it
not
an
a lot
eight.
to say. I'd
There's
give
not
it an
much
8.
like not plot pushing, not yeah, like major plot pushing in this
Yeah, it's more just
arc.
like character development for Subaki and Blackstar,
Yeah.
which
Um,
I'm down for.
11,
Um,
Brother Be Sister. The fight scene, I wasn't interested in it very much, honestly.
it wasn't much of a fight scene. It was more of a like
A
just
psychological battle over a physical
yeah,
battle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's more. That's exactly
we
what it
see
is.
how Subaku grew up. Subaku is basically um everyone depends on her more or less.
Yeah,
She's
and
basically Sage Mode Naruto, killing pain, I guess for her entire clan. Um,
I
and Black
mean,
Swan still seems to be growing up.
yeah. Okay, so earlier we said that how Maka and Soul play off each other as characters. I like that for Subaki and Blackstar's partnership. It's Blackstar since he has so much confidence. He's giving her confidence when she feels like she doesn't
Right.
have any. And since Subaki is more reserved and like you know caring and kind of just like I accept you. One echo. Two. Um.
Better.
Uh. I guess yeah. So on top of the Subaki being more accepting, like it's somebody that actually accepts Black Star for like himself. Other than like there's Soul and like Kid, but I mean like as like a partner like type thing.
Right.
I really like. But yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Um. Yeah. Other than that, not much to say. I'd give that episode a 7.
Okay.
Seven and a half, 7.5.
Yeah, let's go to the next episode then. I think I gave that
Uh,
a 7 as well.
episode
12.
12.
Kind of rushed through these last ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like that sometimes. Here you're introduced to the witch's cult, and you're introduced to, um, the two witches. You see small babu witch and sword bro there. You see Medusa, and yeah,
I mean, it was a decent
it,
episode. I
it
mean,
was a decent episode. You learn a little
uh,
bit about the witch's cult, and
yeah, Solo seems to. I don't know if Solo's scared of being alone or is scared of being too attached to Maka. It's kind of weird. Like he's
you'll.
scared to go into the room because he'll go out of her, like be in her or whatever. Oh,
I'm not really sure about the whole dream thing. I think
yeah,
originally I think he was just more scared about obtaining too much power and like losing like the fear factor is what he was saying. That's how I feel.
right.
But other than that, I
But he's
think
ready to
he's
become a Death Scythe, so
I mean yeah.
Death Scythe seems to be like immense power, more or less.
Yeah. But I feel like it'd be something that, he'd work for instead of like a weird demon coming into your dream saying, "Do you want more power?" It's like I wouldn't trust that shit.
Yeah,
So,
but we're also not 13 years old.
I mean, Soul doesn't act like he is. That man acts like he's like a strong ass like 17, 18. Like he's chill as hell,
Yeah.
bro. Um yeah, there's not much to say. Towards the end of the episode, you see like the two witches like try to attack Medusa, and like she kind of just like outsmarts them by saying, "You guys are fucked. Like there's my snack who's inside of you." And
Yeah, they kind of
and
got bodied.
she legit like kills one of them and the other one runs away. And you find out like Stein is like that man big brain as hell. He's like, "I know, the witch might be, with us, but like who knows?" Type shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a really cool character, I think.
Mhm.
Um, I think Slide is probably the best character. I will say that undoubtedly.
Okay, yes. I was probably say Stein is the best character, but like personal enjoyment, I think Stein is probably the best written character. Personal enjoyment is Black Star as a male character, and personal enjoyment female character is still Patty cuz I fucking love Patty, bro.
Teddy was really cool at the beginning, but like now she's not getting really anything. Like I'm not
She'll
liking
get
her very much.
Patty will get more screen time in episodes 14 and 15.
And it seems like they gave like a whole bunch of fan service early on in the show, and like there's none
Yeah.
anymore, which is pretty good, I think. Um, yeah, manga's ready to get stronger. It seems like a coming. I don't know. I don't know if this is a coming of age anime. Like I still don't understand what this anime is about. Like, is this supposed to be a shonen, a coming of age? Like, what is this?
Yes.
Yes, see,
That's
that's what
kind
I'm
of how it
looking
is.
for.
But
But yeah. I mean, I
yeah.
guess we can open it up for chat questions.
Chat
Well,
questions.
actually, we should do the Mal. You know.
Update the Mal, or
Yeah.
you can update the Mal.
We
We're
have
on
our own
episode.
personal Mal for the podcast and only the podcast. Yes.
Yeah, woo! I
Mm.
have to update this overlay. So
What's wrong with the
that
overlay? Oh, the text.
chat box, and I also want to add a thing that
So
like
Peter
is like our Mal that like kind of just like shows the name of it.
watching
So
episode 12.
I'm just gonna add a few things, but I'm not gonna like
Okay.
completely change it up if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna still keep our current one.
Based on episode 12, to 12, what do you want to rate it?
Based
I would
on
give it a
episode 12,
7, 8,
I'd give
but
it a 7.
7 is good. 8 is very good.
I would say based on like our both of our reviews together, I'd say a 7 because like some of your
Okay.
some of my ratings are kind of just like 6. You have like 1.4, which like fucking is
Fall
like
into
that
the
drags.
average.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
so
the
I'd say
show
about a
as a
7.
whole was, I would say, pretty decent. It's just that honestly. That Black
It's
Star episode 2, kind of tilted me. All right, I was kind of tilted. All
you were
right,
kind of
that's why I
tilted.
dropped the. That's why I dropped the show the first time.
Hey, it's like that sometimes. It's like that. It'd be like that sometimes.
Because I
But
watched I watched episode 1, episode 2, and then the first half of episode 3, and I dropped it because I was so mad after episode 2.
hey, it's like that sometimes.
But everything's. I think other than that, I think I just want to see more Stein.
More Stein?
More Stein.
Yeah. Give me more good Black Star character moments, please.
Black Star. He, yeah, he's there. He's
But
there.
he's there. Or give me more Patty. Like that's the two things
Yeah.
I ask. Give me more good Black Star moments, or give me more Patty, because I fucking love Patty.
Uh, should we talk about what we're gonna do for next week? Are we planning to do the other one, or are we planning to do this again?
Um,
Or would you like to talk about this off stream instead?
I think I think one, we should talk about it off stream.
Okay.
But we can plan that probably tomorrow or something, or later tonight.
All right. I don't know if anyone's still in the chat, but if there is, then you could tell us.
Yeah,
Ask
you
us any
got
questions.
you got like you got one
Like
minute.
1 minute to ask questions.
1 minute to ask questions. Hold on, I'm gonna set a timer on screen. I gotta remember how to
I
do it.
don't think we need to do all of that. Okay.
I'm gonna set a timer on screen.
Okay.
I'll put timer. Okay, that's not it. I don't remember how to put a timer on screen, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't remember how to put a timer on screen, so I can't do that.
It's fine. Just don't worry about it. I have
But
no idea, so I never did it. So
I've done it before. But it looks like we're done. Looks like we're good.
looks like we're done.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. This has been Anime Junkies episode 1,
One.
the anime podcast. Um, and we will return at a later date. Cut.
If it's not next week Friday, it'll be the Friday after that.
What he said, either next Friday or the Friday after that, one of the two. But until next time. Now we actually cut.